What's up, guys? Today is April 16th. It's a Thursday, and today we took two L's back to back when I shouldn't have. Today is going to be a trade recap, but also a lesson. A lesson about greed and about playing your P&L, making trades and decisions based upon your current P&L rather than technicals and what you should be doing, honestly. So like I said in our previous video, we're going to mark out our Asia high. We're going to mark out our pre-market high here. Not pre-market low, pre-market high. And then we're going to mark out our pre-market low as well. That's just about everything I'd have for today. Then we jump on over to the 15 minute, and this candle that forms at the 9:30 to 9:45 time is our 15-minute orb. Boom. Nice. Okay, now I trade the 5-minute. So we go back to the 5-minute. And what do we have here? The first trade, you can see we have a very high volume breakout to the downside. Okay, so the first trade that I enter is shorts right here, right? And I'm targeting these lows, I'm targeting 1-to-1. My stop is at the high of this candle, this red impulse candle, high volume down. What happens? We tap into it, we're green for a little bit, we get a massive wick. We get a huge wick that stops us out, takes us out of the position, and then shows signs of reversal wanting to go down again. So you could say this is our first trade right here, right? Entry point right around here, right around the orb low, and we get stopped out at this candle high for a loss. Now, what I do is I end up re-entering for shorts right here at the pre-market low. And my stops are where? Right above this candle high. And I'm targeting these lows. Now, I was green. I was up about 50 points. I took one micro. I ended up adding after it looked good on a retest again of the orb low. It came back down more for about 53 points, and I could have taken full TP. RR would have made complete sense, but I didn't. I held my position. I wanted low of day. I wanted more. I would have been a little bit green on the day. But what happens? Price reverses. At this point, I had moved my stop to this red candle's wick, and I get wicked out again on a very fast move up. And we're in a bull market. I could have taken my profit. I could have taken my money. I could have been break even. I could have been looking for another trade. But instead, I lose two trades, one normal size trade, one smaller size trade. And at that point, I have to get off for the rest of the day. I took two losses, one very, very small one pretty normal sized one, but I have to get off. I need to go to the gym, I need to follow my rules. But if I had won this trade, taken my profits, I probably would have looked for another setup. And what happens? We get a reversal. We also have some high volume candles starting to pick up to the upside here. And what do we have right here? 15, 20 minutes after I'm off the charts, what do we have? We have a high volume break. We have a retest of VWAP and pre-market low just about, where we could have started a long position. We'll say we started it at VWAP and had, just a modest 20-point stop and targeted the orb high. That's a completely fair trade right there, where we could have been watching this market move and could have executed, but instead we have to stand by and watch because we lost. And that's okay. At the end of the day, that is okay. But I got greedy. I got so greedy where this entry right here and where my original stop loss was, my 1-to-1 trim is right here. I didn't trim. I didn't trim 1-to-1. I also entered more on a retest of this orb right here, move my stops down to this candle high, which is all fine and dandy. But again, my 1-to-1 is right here. And we got there, but I didn't take my money and run. So what did we learn from all this? Greed, playing my P&L. I was looking at my P&L and I was like, okay, I'm down 160. If I got low a day with these two micros, I would be green on the day. When I was actually up like 200 in the trade at one point. Could have closed my position. My RR on that trade would have been good. I would have been a little bit green, but I didn't. And what happened? It came back, it bit me in the ass. The price snaps back up, hits my stop loss for a little over 60 bucks, which is nothing. But I was risking 60 bucks, and at one point I was up 200. Why are you not closing that trade out? Greed, playing my P&L. So there's a lesson to be learned here. Those two were decent trades, in my opinion. Uh, Technical analysis says those trades are good. We have been in a bull market and we took shorts. We also were bouncing a 30-minute fair value gap midpoint pretty cleanly. This red candle right here actually pretty much hit the midpoint of that 30-minute fair value gap and price rejected. But the shorts were valid. You know, we got the move. We actually got a pretty high volume move, but we didn't execute on taking profit. You know, our stop loss got hit here. We still liked how the shorts looked. We took the shorts, right, with small sizing, but we should have been break even, and we weren't because emotions, playing P&L, playing the dollars up here, playing that realized profit is what killed us. You know, my unrealized profit at one point was over 200. I could have taken my money. I probably would have been up $50 across 9 funded accounts. That's nothing. That's a break even day. But you do the math, you do 60 times 9, and then you go, huh, my break even day is $540. And I could have had that if I didn't get greedy. But instead, what are we down? We're down 225, 230 times 9. And now that becomes close to a 2K loss. And you know, my winning days are supposed to be bigger than that, obviously. But lessons to be learned here. Not great today. We'll come back tomorrow. It's Friday. I know we also have some stuff going on Friday, so I bet price action will be interesting tomorrow. Very small sizing tomorrow. But lesson learned. Let's be safe, be smart, keep going. Thank you.